Did you know an ancient civilization was so obsessed with bling, they literally invented gold digging? I'm talking about the ancient Nubians, a kingdom whose love for gold was so legendary. It made King Midas look like he was on a budget. In this video, we'll uncover how their obsession led them to dig miles into solid rock by hand, create weapons that could blind you with their shine, and wear jewelry so heavy it was basically a workout. Stick around to the end, because you won't believe how this bling supplier kingdom completely flipped the script on ancient Egypt, going from gold dealers to actual pharaohs. So how did this all start? Well, long before the Egyptians were even a big deal, the Nubians were already masters of the gold game. The Egyptians even nicknamed their land the Land of Gold. We're not talking about panning for a few flakes in a river. Archaeologists have found ancient open-pit mines and tunnels stretching for miles into solid desert rock, all dug by hand. These weren't just the first gold miners. They were the world's first influencer hustle, going to extreme lengths for that perfect golden glow. But what do you do with all that gold once you've got it? Well, if you think they just made pretty necklaces, you are severely underestimating their commitment to the flex. Nubian kings didn't just wear gold, they armed themselves with it. We're talking gold-plated shields, gold-decorated weapons, and swords so shiny they were basically mirrors. Of course, these were mostly ceremonial. But can you imagine showing up to a battle and your enemy's gear is so bright you need sunglasses? Nothing says, I'm rich and dangerous like bringing a weapon that's too fabulous to actually use. But their everyday wear was even more insane. Imagine flexing so hard that your jewelry literally doubles as a weightlifting session. Royal figures in Nubia were often buried wearing absurdly huge gold collars, massive anklets, and earrings so heavy they probably couldn't walk in a straight line. One queen's necklace was found to weigh over 20 pounds. That's not just drip. That's a whole dumbbell set around your neck. The commitment to looking wealthy was on a whole other level. And this extreme level of bling didn't go unnoticed by their neighbors. All that flash eventually caught the eye of the Egyptians, who became totally obsessed with getting their hands on Nubian gold. They launched entire military campaigns just to steal it. But here's where the story gets amazing. After centuries of being the go-to gold suppliers, the Nubians turned the tables. They conquered Egypt and ruled as the 25th dynasty. It was the ultimate glow-up, from gold dealers to god kings. They literally took over the company that was trying to acquire their assets. Even their tombs have more drip. In Meru, the later Nubian capital, their pyramids were smaller than Egypt's, but way flashier, with gold-tipped peaks and gilded doorways that shone for miles, making sure even their afterlife was one big flex.